Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Today's show sponsored by ExpressVPN. Stand up for your digital rights. Take action at expressvpn.com/unleashed. Welcome to it. It is Friday, a frivolous Friday, perhaps a free speech Friday, where you can just call us about anything you want, anything that's been on your mind, and ask us anything you want.
Whoa, did you say free speech Friday?
I did.
Have we called Cardinal Tobin to get clearance on that? Are we sure we can exercise our freedoms here?
Yes, I called Cardinal Tobin. Joe Tobin was notified yesterday, and he gave us the okay for it.
Okay.
So,
well, I need to be in on these
Cardinal
calls.
Tobin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, it is, because obviously he's the guy you turn to when you really need to find out what your rights are.
Did you consult an attorney?
I called up Cardinal Tobin,
Cardinal
Joe Tobin in Newark.
Hey. If it's good enough for the governor of New Jersey, it's good enough for all of us, I say. And we welcome Jeff Fisher, Jeffy, to the broadcast as well.
Thank you.
Hey,
Have you talked to Cardinal Tobin yet this morning?
No, not this morning.
No,
Okay.
remember
this morning. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
he doesn't get
a couple days
quite this early.
Right, that's true.
Discovered yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. So, how are things at the Fisher household?
The ranch is great.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
I bet.
It's a beautiful time.
The
All
ranch.
Looking forward to another month.
Another month? Yeah. It might be.
Yeah.
They're kind of shooting for May 1st.
That's only going to be the beginning, though. That's just the beginning. So you're still looking at,
I know.
Once they start opening it up, you're looking at opening it up, and then they're going to have to take a couple of weeks to see if that worked.
Yep.
So again, you're looking at 2 or 3 months before it even gets back to anything resembling what we thought was normal.
Yeah, and Dr. Fauci yesterday said that there's going to be some sort of mitigation going on in this country until there's a vaccine.
I want him to shut up, frankly. I want him to shut up. I'm more than half sick of Anthony Fauci. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, yesterday we got our, what is it called? The Opening Up America Again plan. Is that what we got?
Yeah, it's kind of complicated. Phase 1 for individuals. You got phase 1 for employers. You got phase 1 for specific types of employers. Then you got phase 2 individuals, phase 2 employers, and so on, on and on.
Sounds
and on
real
it goes.
streamlined, like every government document.
Right.
Wow. So I guess the key here is to just listen to your local government officials, your governors and your mayors and stuff, to see how they apply to you.
Well, you called Joe Tobin.
Oh, you
can consult
You just called
an attorney?
Cardinal Joe.
I called up Cardinal Tobin, Cardinal Joe Tobin in Newark.
Okay. All right. So that's what you do. And you say, Cardinal Tobin, is it okay for us to open things up a little bit? And if you get the okay, then that's what you do. If not, then you don't do it. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Is Cardinal Tobin available to every governor in the U.S., though? Do we know that?
He's pretty busy. He might have one of his underlings talk to some of these minor governors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
he'll handle the main ones.
You got to outsource that.
Yeah. Yeah, you really do.
So bad.
So we got the 3-phase plan to restart the economy. We still have Anthony Fauci saying there's going to be mitigation. Shut up. There's going to be, not only does it have to be, there's going to be a cure. There's got to be a vaccine. There's got to be a cure. We have to eradicate it from the world before we can even start up the economy again.
Seriously. It's about where we're at.
That is where we are.
Eradicate it from the world if you ever want to see your bank account again.
Yeah. If you ever want football to exist again, eradicate this disease, and then we'll talk about it.
I'm sorry. I'm not keen on any kind of vaccine, all right? But I have thought to myself, okay, man, vaccine or football?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, give me the vaccine. If I get to watch football again, I got it. Okay,
I'm
fine.
all about a vaccine.
I'm rolling up my sleeve if they're waiting to kick off, you know?
I mean, I'm watching That's how hard up I am. I'm watching games from 1983. Yesterday, I just watched BYU Missouri Holiday Bowl 1983, Jeffy, and I thought about sending you the link, and then I'm not going to. He doesn't deserve to watch my Cougars beat his stupid Tigers. He doesn't deserve
in another
to watch
lifetime.
Yeah,
1983. That was just a few years back.
Yeah, just a few years.
Years back.
I'm trying to remember who won the last game, though. Who won that?
Shut
last
up.
game?
Shut up. There's another one coming up.
I know.
This year.
I know. I'm excited, and we're not going to be
Provo.
able to see it. It's not going to happen.
It is going to happen.
So sad.
Don't do that. It is going to happen. The NCAA football season will happen. It will play on time. There may not be spectators in the stadiums. I don't care about that anymore. I gave that up a long time ago.
I think that was about day one. We were like, whatever.
I don't care. If it looks weird, if it sounds weird, if it feels weird, just show it to me on TV. I'm fine with it.
Just play the game.
I mean, it's a good thing that Brett Favre isn't making those decisions, though.
Favre, what an idiot. Listen to the stuff. For some reason, he and Greta Van Susteren, I guess.
They go way back.
Well, they're way back.
Oh, they're buddies.
Yeah. And so he was on her show, wherever that is. I don't even know where her show is.
Wow, no kidding.
RT? Is it Russia Today?
I honestly don't know.
I don't know where it is.
Let me tell you where I'm at right at this moment. I so don't care. I'm not even Googling it right now to find out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But here's what Favre had to say about the football season.
And to have an empty stadium is, I mean, you still have to win and lose and play a certain way, but you lose a tremendous edge. Some teams don't really lose an edge if you don't put fans in, and you know, the Rams may not. They probably get more visitors than they do home.
No, that's funny.
So it's not as a negative effect for them as it would be for Green Bay.
I see.
Do you think there'll be no NFL season this year?
I don't see how. I don't see why you would let them play, and not. I just think that if we're trying to eradicate this, then we have to do it at all costs. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, if we want to get rid of it,
it is what it is.
We can't have it in this country.
It just is what it is.
Either brought in, taken out, whether it's football. I know football's important to a lot of people, but
but it is.
In order to get rid of it, we either have to have a cure or, you know, a stay at home or social distancing. If everyone stayed at home for 14 days, wouldn't it all be gone, at least in this country?
No, Brett.
No.
It wouldn't.
No.
We've done that, my friend. That's former quarterback brain surgeon Brett Favre. Yeah.
Dr. Favre.
By the way, Greta Van Susteren, how the mighty have fallen.
I know. What is it? What is it on? Did you look it up?
This show, Full Court Press with Greta Van Susteren, airs each Sunday on WBAY at 10:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh!
So
really,
I mean,
WBAY? What?
Yeah.
Bay?
No.
TV?
I think that's just an affiliate, right?
Okay.
Because their show Full Court Press will be on in 93 markets.
Okay. It's syndicated.
Yeah.
It's syndicated in 93 markets, Jeffy. Don't belittle her to be just on WBAY.
Well, yeah, but WBAY, I mean, that's probably the flagship, I'm sure.
It was funnier with just BAY.
Yeah, I know it was.
It was. It just wasn't true.
Yeah, but to your point, though, Jeffy, when was Brett Favre a guest? If it's a Sunday night show and it took us 5 days to find out that Brett Favre did an interview about the coronavirus, that tells you everything you need to know right there.
Boy.
All right. 888-900-3393. Also, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, President Trump, after saying he has full authority, he has total say in everything, just said it's the governors. It's up to them. It's up to the governors when they open up their states.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Thank you. Apparently somebody had a little talk with him.
Well, no, he probably, as much time as he spends on Twitter, he probably saw.
Yeah.
Nobody was happy with that.
So he's further backed away from the claim of total authority when opening up the country. He said he would allow governors to reopen at their own discretion. To preserve the health of our citizens, we must also preserve the health and functioning of our economy, he said. President declared the nation in the process of winning the war against the coronavirus and announced the new phased return of normalcy. Does it feel like we're winning the war against coronavirus?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're reading. I mean, if you look at what New York did this week, where they just said, add 3,700 deaths to the ledger. But wait, we had 3,700 more people test positive? Is that what happened?
No, we're just going to, everybody who died of coronavirus. We just decided.
But how do we, why are we doing that?
Yeah, because they got near somebody. They didn't test positive.
They were in the same state as someone?
Yeah,
Is that our threshold
They got
now?
next to somebody who had it, and so we think that's what killed him. Wait, what?
Yeah.
So they're attributing everything to coronavirus.
And some doctors are really starting to speak out now about how these new ways of filling out death certificates, courtesy of the CDC guidelines. So yeah, pretty much everything now is related to the coronavirus. That's what killed you, no matter what. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, if you have a heart attack, it was coronavirus, brought on by coronavirus. He died of the heartbreak of psoriasis. Yeah, that was brought on by coronavirus.
Oh, look at that. Man was eaten by a shark right there. So we got proof right there. Breaking news. Dies from coronavirus.
There you go.
Oh, and Pelosi blames Trump. So, I mean,
well, what has he done about the shark situation?
See, that's what I'm saying.
What the hell has he done about sharks?
That's what Senator Murphy was trying to tell us the other day.
Nothing.
Right?
Right.
He's like, it's not WHO's fault. It's not China's fault. It's Trump's fault.
That's right.
Same with shark attacks.
Just butt stupidity. It's just butt stupid. That's what it is. That's what it continues to be. Then you have the wonderful dictator in Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer. She thinks everything is fine, shutting down people from even planting things in their garden is okay because it snowed anyway. Listen to this.
So we just had snow. I've got snow on the ground here in Michigan right now in Lansing. We're expecting, up to 30 inches in the Upper Peninsula. The fact that we're cracking down on people traveling between homes or planting or landscaping or golfing, really for a couple more weeks isn't going to meaningfully impact people's ability to do it because the snow will do that in and of itself.
I mean, that is unbelievable. That's unbelievable. So it's fine that she said nobody can go golfing. It's fine that she said you can't travel between your own homes. It is fine that she said you can't plant anything in your garden because it's going to snow anyway.
Yeah, what I mean, you're not going to go anywhere anyway.
You're not going to go
for
anywhere.
The next 2 weeks. For 2 weeks.
By the way, the snow's not going to last for 2 weeks.
No.
It might last 2 days, 3 days.
And by the way, a lot of the farmers plant things in greenhouses to get it kickstarted and then take it out once the snow goes away. So yes, they still need to buy their plants and their seeds. It's agonizing.
She's terrible. She's absolutely.
Well, she's got the crazy
terrible.
eyes too. She's definitely got the crazy eyes. Yeah. That's a warning sign. AOC's got them too.
Let me see her crazy eyes.
Let's
again.
see.
We have a still shot of crazy eyes.
Oh, no, look at there. Hello, hi.
Those aren't as crazy as AOC's, though.
No, but they're on the crazy scale. They are crazy.
She is on the scale. She is.
She's on the spectrum. The spectrum of crazy, for sure. PatHead Kara 3022 sent us this. So many with these governments ignoring the Constitution.
Yeah.
Got a little meme here.
It's making the rounds. I love
Founding
this.
fathers sitting around the Constitution Hall. Just to be clear for all the future mayors and governors, none of this applies if there's a virus. Said no founding father ever. Yeah, we just put the finishing touches. The ink is drying on our names on the Constitution. But again, for the future mayors and governors, none of it applies.
Yeah, that's
if there's a virus.
That's Amendment 1A. It's like all this means nothing
if there's a virus. Well, obviously, you can't do any of it with a virus, right? I mean,
and they couldn't have foreseen that. I mean,
no.
Smallpox. So
no, I mean,
seen that one
they
coming.
had all kinds of things: cholera, smallpox. They had all manner of diseases.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me take 60 seconds to tell you about ExpressVPN. It's a software that I and thousands of people who listen use every single day to protect our data online. In the time since I started using ExpressVPN, hacking methods have grown even more sophisticated. And I'm sure that with so many working from your home these days and without your IT department to protect you from online threats, really important that you take action on your own to secure your devices. And that's where ExpressVPN comes in. It is great protection and really sophisticated stuff. It's like the Jason Bourne stuff where they ping it all over the world and so nobody can find you. Been talking about ExpressVPN on the show for a while now, so I know you already understand encrypting your network data is really important, but some still haven't acted. Why is that? One of the easiest ways to secure your internet data is with ExpressVPN. You click one button on your computer or smartphone and you're protected. So do it. Go to expressvpn.com/unleashed and get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Protect your internet today with the VPN I trust to keep my data safe. That's expressvpn.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
888-900-3393. You know, there is some backlash now. There's some protests starting up. There's some backlash over the stay-at-home orders. People are starting to get concerned and fed up with this.
Good.
Others are yelling even louder about, you want people to die? I guess you just want people to die. Which I love that because, yes, that's the other alternative is that everybody dies. There's no way to protect ourselves at a reasonable level and still have some level of freedom. There's just no way to do that because I think there probably is. So that's going to be a battle over the next couple of months. How do we get back to work? How do we get the engine restarted, and still not subject everybody to this horrific disease? Also, stock futures have surged 700 points on the hopes of a vaccine, which would really help things if we got a stinking vaccine. U.S. stock futures surged 800 points now. I think they're up about 800 points or 3.3%. S&P 500 futures gained almost 3%. NASDAQ up by 2.1%. And it's all because they're hearing some good news about a possible drug that might work, that is looking fairly promising. And it's not the hydroxychloroquine. It's something else that's looking pretty good right now. So, and I think they're doing some kind of actual trial on it. So we should have some good scientific it's remdesivir.
Oh, wow.
Have you heard of that?
It seems vaguely familiar.
Some studies have shown remdesivir to be an effective treatment against the coronavirus, but it's on a small scale. But with hydroxychloroquine, somebody asked us, have you heard, where is that?
Right there. Yep. Right there. Yep.
Oh, right here in my hand.
It's like it was just placed there magically.
Weird. That is really something. Have you guys heard of any stories where hydroxychloroquine has not worked?
Yeah, Texas Spy Girl, PatHead asked us that question. And I
think the answer is no.
I have not. Because remember, the press does everything they can, as you know, this isn't breaking news, to make Donald Trump look bad. So when the Democrat activists in Phoenix, Arizona decided to take that fishbowl cleaner, right, that had a similar name, then all of a sudden see, something really similar to what Trump said killed some guy. And that's as close as we've gotten to anything.
Right.
And it wasn't even the same thing.
Right.
And there have been claims from people that, say that they, that it caused their husband to have a heart attack or it caused their wife to do this and that. But I don't think those have been verified. Yeah, I saw some headlines with that. But again, I don't know that that's been verified. They may have had a heart attack anyway.
Well, the press would be all over that if that were the case.
And all the people, I have a relative that it worked on. It brought him out of it, man. It was great.
I keep hearing stories like that. Doctors who are saying, we had one yesterday. He said he's tried it on 29 patients. It worked on all of them.
Yeah.
And they were elderly patients, people in nursing homes. 29. He gave them hydroxychloroquine, I think in combination with zinc or zithromycin, one of the two.
Right.
And it worked on all of them. They all survived. They all came out of it.
And these were high-risk patients at a nursing home. So.
Right. So, hello?
Yes.
You got the doctor in Los Angeles who also said he's been trying it on severely ill patients, and it worked on every one of them within 8 to 12 hours. I mean, I have not heard a bad thing about it, except for, the fish tank people, and that wasn't hydroxychloroquine. It was something that sounded similar, but wasn't. And so you think
President Trump told us we should take this. It's good for us. Okay.
Hey, did he say that you can use a drug that's in fish tank cleaner? Okay, let's just use the fish tank cleaner. So stupid.
Well, and that lady's got a shady past that Steven Crowder's been looking into.
Yeah.
She is, not a good person.
Hey, you know what chloroquine sounds like is Clorox. Could I just drink a bottle of Clorox? Will that do the same thing? I'm going to try it.
Wow. Judy, put the bottle of Clorox down.
Don't try the Clorox. It may sound somewhat similar. It's got a CHL in it.
Yeah, Pat was kidding. He's trying to make a point. Put it down.
Right. It's sarcasm, Judy. But thank you for listening. 888-900-3393. Pandemic closures. I mean, there's just no end to the pain. They're hurting gay bars now. The pandemic closures.
Oh no!
Gay bars all over the U.S. are closing, and those serving the most vulnerable populations may be the hardest hit.
Yeah.
Gay bars have been shuttered by public place closure orders during the pandemic. In March, more than half of U.S. states issued statewide closure orders for bars and restaurants.
And then it happened.
Decimating the nightlife industry.
See?
Yeah.
This has left LGBTQIA2 plus people without a place to gather in public.
See?
Isn't it the same for straight people as well? Why is there a separate story for gay people? It's just weird.
Facts.
That's just weird.
Yeah, and that particular story goes on to say that another thing that's been hurting the gay bar industry over the past 20 years or so is the fact that they're so accepted that they just go to regular bars now. And so they don't need gay bars.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
They don't even need a gay bar.
That can't be. Regular straight bars are not going to allow gay people in them, are they? This can't happen.
How long have you been in that cave of yours, man?
I mean, seriously, you're right. That's the point, though, right?
Yeah.
Of course
Yes.
they're welcome.
Right.
That's the point.
Yes.
Does the bar doesn't care. You come in and order a beer. Oh no.
Are you gay?
Not from you.
Sorry, we don't serve your kind.
Yeah, your
here.
money's only worth half of what everybody else's is.
That's ridiculous.
Like in Star Wars when you're treating the droids like that. We don't serve your kind in here. Get that droid out of here. Hey, are you one of them gays? You got to get out. We don't serve beverages to those kind of people. Yeah, you don't really see a lot of that going on anymore.
Not so much.
Oh.
In this era of increasing LGBTQIA2 plus acceptance, there's growing competition from straight establishments. I go wherever I want with my friends.
There you
One
go.
former employee of a gay bar told Talking Points Memo, every bar is a gay bar. In addition, the debut of geolocating smartphone data and hookup apps Grindr also heralded an era where cruising for sex, one of the bar's primary functions really, could be conducted anywhere, anytime.
So that's Grindr, right?
So Grindr is for gays,
that's
right?
the gay app, right, Jeffy? And
Yes,
Tinder is for
straight people.
Now, do gay people use Tinder as well, or just straight, or how's that work?
Again, it's like going into a bar.
Right,
Sure.
right. So everybody can use it.
Everybody.
Okay, because
and-
Dr. Fauci. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And Bumble is more for the the female.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Bumble?
Yeah,
Bumble.
you've talked about this before. What was that?
Yeah.
I forget what that is.
but you were headed into Fauci. I mean, they talked. He is busy contradicting himself almost every day, right? I mean, he tells us that there's going to be we need to continue this this lockdown and go on, but then he does an interview on another huge show Good Luck America on Snapchat, and he talks about how that people using Tinder and Bumble and Grindr is, well, that's up to you. If you want to do that yourself, the tolerance is up to you. No, well, that's what you're telling us on anything else.
Yeah, casual sex. It's like, that's your choice. You want to go to your job? You better sit down and think about that one.
Right. I mean, I don't understand it.
Go ahead and hook up on Tinder if you're into taking a risk. That's fine.
Right.
That's not a problem. Yeah. He dropped that tip Tuesday in a Tuesday interview. He said when he was asked about it, that's tough because that's what's called relative risk. If you're willing to take a risk, and everybody has their own tolerance for risks, you could figure out if you want to meet somebody, if you want to go to a little bit more intimate. Well, that's your choice regarding a risk. Well, yeah, I mean, wouldn't that apply even more to getting the economy going again?
Yeah, I don't know, or going to a gym.
Yes,
or going to get my hair cut. Wouldn't that apply to that too as well, Dr. Fauci?
And if I want to go have a bite to eat out at a restaurant, I'm probably not going to do that at this point. But if I wanted to, I could. I should be able to. Right? Yes. I mean, it's up to me to take that risk. It's not up to Dr. Fauci or the President of the United States for that matter. It's up to me. If I want to take the risk, I should be able to do it.
What about the Cardinal in New Jersey?
Have you checked in with Cardinal Tobin yet?
You got to check. Obviously, it goes without saying. You got to check with Cardinal Joe Tobin first.
Okay. So if he signs off on it.
Yeah, if Cardinal Joe Tobin signs off, then...
Did you consult an attorney?
I called up Cardinal Tobin, Cardinal Joe Tobin in Newark.
So if you want to call Cardinal Joe Tobin, maybe you take that action first. And then you call him and you say, Cardinal Tobin, I'm thinking about hooking up on Tinder.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Boy, I don't know that Cardinal Tobin would sign off on that. Just thinking, that New Jersey governor guy.
Cardinal Tobin might be more of a grinder guy, but
yeah, he might.
Whoa, is it lightning at your house right now? So, PatHead Winston Smith pointed out that the New Jersey governor may not have been thinking about the U.S. Constitution, but what about the New Jersey Constitution? Because it says, New Jersey Constitution, Article 1, Part 3 says, no person shall be deprived of the inestimable privilege of worshiping Almighty God in a manner agreeable to the dictates of his own conscience. But,
wow.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. After consulting with Cardinal Tobin. I apologize. I missed that part.
Yeah. That parenthetical exception.
Yeah.
It's so important.
The fine print.
It's so important.
Is this the same Dr. Fauci, Jeffy, that is being nominated for sexiest... You say it.
Sexiest man alive.
I can't say it.
They want him to be. I mean, there's people who want to put him on the list for the sexiest man alive. I don't know. I don't know that that's actually going to happen.
That's so ridiculous.
But yeah, he's being... They have people that are voting for him and want him to be added to the list. But the numbers, I think they wanted to get to 25,000 people that wanted him on the list, and they're not reaching those numbers. So I don't think he's going
to. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to play another doctor, a doctor from MIT who's got a PhD. And he takes exception with Dr. Anthony Fauci and some of the things that he is saying. It's kind of interesting because here's another scientist who has just a little bit different point of view on the world and on things and the way Anthony Fauci is handling this. And what is sexy about him? The fact that he is telling everybody that you can't leave your house, that's not sexy to me. No. That's not sexy to me at all. Anyway, we'll get to the contrasting point of view coming up in a minute here on Pat Gray Unleashed. By the way, Keith, just so you know, I've also watched in the past week the Manga Miracle at Memorial.
All right, shut up.
You know the stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska.
No, I don't know what you're talking
BYU
about.
played Nebraska a couple of years ago. Although I kind of forget, it was like 28-27.
I want to go home right now.
Under a minute left.
I'm leaving.
And I forget what happened. Bye. So
I don't care for this. It's a hostile work environment here.
I forget what happened, but it was. I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
For my side,
Sure did.
if I remember correctly.
It was a good day. It's a good way to start a year, too. I'll tell
Sure
you
was.
that.
Yes, it was.
Losing on a Hail Mary.
Got some tweets here at Pat Unleashed, Bronco Nagurski fan club. Fun fact of the day, that cantina in Star Wars is called Chalmun's Cantina, and the droid-hating bartender is named Wooher. Okay.
Wow. That is some deep dive right there.
Sure is. There's no one on this planet that knew that.
Thank you, Bronco Nagurski's fan club.
Ever dated a girl? Bronco Nagurski's fan club? I'm not saying that, that's dorky or anything. I'm not.
No.
I would never say that.
Nah, that information will come in handy.
We're all really big Star Wars fans.
At never o'clock.
Right. I mean, that is a serious deep dive. I've never heard of that.
That's good. You
ever heard that?
I'm going to remember that one.
Either of them. I've never heard them.
I'm going to quiz my kids later on today, and I'm gauge where they're at in the social spectrum there, because if they know that,
if they know that, you better get them checked.
Yeah, better get them checked.
Pew pew one pew. If drunk old Nancy gets the Wuhan virus, would she pass on hydroxychloroquine just to stick it to us? Maybe.
I wouldn't put it past her, man.
I don't know, but we got to show that. We got to show that clip of her when she was on. Which show was she on? It was. it
was a late show with
James Corden, right?
Oh yeah, it was James Corden, and she is going through her refrigerator or something, her freezer. Look at this. Check this out.
And this is something you can get
at those
through
freezers.
Through the mail.
Okay.
This is the mail.
Run out. Can I show
me.
you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Show
This
us.
is the episode of Cribs I never knew I needed. Oh my! Wow.
Other people in our family go for some other flavors, but chocolate, and then we have some other chocolate here.
Yeah, which I have no
I've
idea
always
about.
felt a connection with you, and now I understand why.
We just got it restocked with the ice cream right for Easter Sunday because we were, shall we say, enjoying. I don't know what I would have done if ice cream were not invented.
She's such a phony. I mean, that is
so
just
bad.
A, phony. B, those freezers behind her are probably, I don't know, $15,000, $20,000.
$24,000.
24,000? Are they really?
That's what I saw. Yeah, 24,000.
Are they Sub-Zero, or are they
that I don't know.
Viking? Maybe they're nice.
I know
those are nice.
I know that
Yes,
those
they
pints
are.
of ice cream are.
Gee.
I also saw $12 each.
Yeah.
And
easy.
I just want to point out, does that not qualify as hoarding? You saw how much she had in there?
I know.
I mean, come on, Nance.
Wow. That's interesting on many levels.
She was, shall we say, enjoying, and she's so bad. Just
terrible.
Yeah.
And so phony. I mean, that was just so phony. All right, from Yanzer Phoenix, to be fair, if you drink Clorox, you won't suffer from the Wu flu anymore.
That is a fair point.
Yeah, good point. Constitutional nobody. Still, Judy, we don't recommend it. Quite honestly, Judy, please don't try the Clorox. Constitutional nobody tweets, "It is not the government's job to save the people from a virus." What article and section is that written in? In what? What are you talking about? Article and section.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Is that hieroglyphics?
That's
what are we
something
doing
we
there?
don't even. I mean, that's something we don't even think about.
By what authority did you nullify the Bill of Rights in issuing this order? How do you have the power to do that?
Yeah.
That's above my pay grade, Tucker. So I wasn't thinking of the Bill of Rights when we did this.
No, clearly you weren't.
Clearly.
I wasn't thinking about the Bill of Rights when we did this. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. I wasn't thinking about any document that our founders were responsible for. Even the 407 years ago, or we the people of the United. Well, I mean, you know the thing, right? You know the thing. Whatever that is, that thing. You know the thing.
I know the thing.
Above
right?
my pay grade. That is your pay grade.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to, as a governor
You're
of this
governor, man.
Of a state in this nation, and you think the Constitution is above your pay grade, which you swore to defend and protect. Wow, that says a lot. That says a lot.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Evident, yes.
All men and women created by the.
You
know the thing.
You know the thing. So you know.
We the people. We hold these truths, etc.
Etc.
Sounds corny, but it's real.
It really does sound corny when you say "we the people," etc.
But it's real.
That sounds really corny when you say it like that. Yeah, because it came from the heart, obviously.
And he was making the rounds again yesterday, huh?
Yes, he was.
He's out there still. No one, like a tree in a forest, man.
Let's see him. Let's see what he had to say.
Oh, you went to Storytime
with Joe Biden.
With Joe Biden. Here we go. The long one.
I
version.
sat with a guy yesterday on a telephone. And he's telling me, he said, I don't know. He said, look, I work at the hospital. And he said, then I got myself in a position where I got the virus. So they quarantined me and they put me in the hospital and I made it out. And so I'm out. But they don't want me with my family. I'm on the 3rd floor. I spent 15 minutes on the phone with him saying, he said, I have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. And they come to the door outside and they just knock on the door and say, Daddy, can I see you, Daddy? Can I see you, Daddy? So we spent time going through it.
Powerful.
I used to do it with my kids when they were little and I couldn't see them. And we'd play games. I said, make up a game. knock on the door and say, this is,
knock on the door and say.
Practical things. The guy's scared to death.
What?
And he's worried about his children. He's worried about his what? I mean,
his what?
He's worried about his what?
Things. And the president talks about this like, okay, it's going to be okay. We're going to open tomorrow. We're going to do this.
When did he say we're going to open tomorrow?
I must tell you, it drives me crazy.
Drives him crazy.
I don't know what he doesn't understand.
Yeah, you're definitely crazy, Joe.
Wow.
I mean,
there's so much there.
Right.
Wow.
If that were a football play, you would start here, right? You start here, and you're talking about like a guy on the telephone, right? We all use that word. It's hip. Guy at the hospital. And then somehow you end up over here where you're talking about some old school game that you used to play with your kids. And now you're back over here because you got to bring it back to Trump. Okay, you got to always be. Oh yeah, and you're crazy, by the way, Joe. So that's a story time with Joe Biden. It takes us everywhere.
I mean, he sat with a guy on a phone, played a game, had to play a game, the knock game with his kids because he couldn't see his kids. When was that?
Yeah, why couldn't you see your kids? What was that about? And then what was the game? The game was just for them to knock
on the door. The knock game.
That's a fun game. Hey,
and the
Dad,
guy got the...
can we play the knock game again where we knock on the door? Wow, that was fun. Let's do it again.
Round 2.
Okay.
Ready?
Good, kids.
What is the object of that game?
That knock was Billy. I know that knock anywhere. It's not Susie. It's okay.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
The guy got the virus and then was quarantined.
He's on the 3rd floor. He's on the 3rd floor. Where?
That's a nice house.
In his house?
That is a nice house.
At a hospital? I mean, where is this guy?
Well, not at a hospital because you got to be able to play the knock game, and the kids aren't going to be allowed to roam the halls of the hospital.
That's very true.
So he's on the 3rd floor of his house. I think he's going to be okay. Good night. He's a storyteller. Yeah. And he has some more,
and Jill is sitting there like,
oh my gosh.
I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what's going on.
Jill on this next little 10-second clip where she is
all right.
He's struggling and she is feeling it.
It's just, but you gotta, I mean,
we gotta
reassure. Look,
no,
my message to everybody I talk to
is incoherent.
Wow. Do that again. Play that one more time.
Watch her lean and
we gotta. It's just, but you gotta. I mean, we gotta reassure. Look, my message to everybody I talk to.
Wow, it's to the point where it's
not funny, right?
No, yeah. Yes.
But hey, you know what?
Wow.
Everybody wants to be on board the Joe Biden train now.
Elizabeth Warren is.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren, she was asked about whether she'd be VP, right?
Yeah.
And here's what she had to say about it.
If he asked you to be his running mate, would you say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Of course she would.
Of course I would.
Because I'd be president in about 6 months. What do you mean? Of course.
Who's going to say no to being president in about 6 months? Yeah.
I mean, please, have you listened to this guy? Yeah, I want to be president of the United States in his first term. So, yeah, I'd say yes.
I'm in.
I would say yes if he asked me.
I've been on board with the Team
Yes.
Joe train for a good 6-7 minutes, so count me in for vice president.
So,
yeah.
Yes.
That's a good bet.
Most people, I guess, have their money on Kamala Harris, though. It's not going to be Elizabeth Warren. She's hideous. And she brings nothing to the table. What does she bring?
Oh, Marxism.
Yeah, she does. She brings that.
That's attractive to a substantial portion of the Democrat Party at this point.
Does
But
bring
she's
that.
another older white woman. Probably not.
Yeah, Martin points out that she brings beer.
Hold on a sec. I'm going to get me a beer.
So,
Kamala Harris brings, color to the ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, excuse me. Elizabeth Warren, we know her background.
Yeah, well, we
She's
do.
Native
That's
American.
True. That's true. 1,024th Native American. So, I mean, to the bone, she's Native American almost.
And Kamala's a lot younger.
Yeah, younger, black. I mean, it works on a number of levels there.
Yes, it does.
In the identity politics that the Democrats always play. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. This is kind of fun. Somebody came out with a list here. Sunny Skies came out with a list of how the Office characters would refer to the pandemic that's going on right now.
Yeah.
So Jim would refer to the pandemic as coronavirus.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's Jim.
Dwight would call it COVID-19.
All right, he's a little more technical with his terminology. Okay. And Oscar, right?
Oscar would say, actually, it's SARS-CoV-2. Andy would say, Big Rona.
Big Rona.
Big Rona.
Then we have
Creed.
Creed.
He would tell us the name in Mandarin.
Speaking in Mandarin. Todd would call it the Chinese virus.
Totally.
Because that's what it actually is. And Michael would call it Kung Flu. Stanley would say, I don't care what it's called. I get to work from home.
Yeah, there you go.
So
that's funny
they would all say
there.
that in that little section where they're talking to the camera directly.
Yeah, and so they're all they're starting to make the rounds on different TV shows are doing this. So a Friends one. So be looking for those memes.
That's because we got to spend our time doing something, right?
Yep.
We've got to do something, and so that's kind of a fun way to spend some time.
Yeah, I mean, either that or Tinder, right, Dr. Fauci? Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, if you're okay with risk, there's a little risk involved, but yes, go
Don't
ahead.
go to work.
Go ahead.
But
No,
hook up.
No, but go ahead and sleep with somebody that you just met. That's a really good idea.
Oh boy.
Right. There's cities all over America, including the state of Texas, by the way, that are mandating that you have to wear a mask when you go outside and you leave your home.
Oh, that's got to be
right.
I can still swipe right and have somebody show up from Tinder. Okay.
Yeah, but the two individuals on Tinder that meet will have to wear masks during the entire encounter. Okay.
I mean, that's up to you. The risk is up to you. That's fine.
It's Austin that makes you wear the mask if you go outside, right?
Not that I know.
No,
there's several cities.
Laredo,
and
there's a
a
bunch.
suburb here. Forgot who it was.
A Dallas suburb.
Yeah.
Here in the Metroplex.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of cities that are making people wear masks now, mandating it. If you don't wear a mask, they'll fine you. You get a fine.
Yeah. Remember Beverly Hills? We had that story. You can't go for a walk in your neighborhood.
You know, we can noodle these things out on our own. We actually can. All this week, I've been thinking I got to stop by this grocery store and get X, Y, or Z. I don't know whatever it is, but I don't go because I don't have a mask with me.
What?
Yeah,
that's why you don't go.
Yeah, I haven't gone all this week because I didn't have a mask.
Oh, I should have grabbed that toilet paper I saw for you. I saw one lonely 4-pack of toilet paper on the shelf at Walmart
actually
yesterday.
Spotted toilet paper?
Yeah, and I since you are Mr.
Wow.
Twitter, rather than just text you the picture, I just tweeted it at you, and so I'm sure you saw it.
Oh, of course I did.
asking, maybe I should get that or whatever. Should I have grabbed it?
You should have grabbed it.
I mean, these are like mini rolls too. It was
Really?
It was really weak. I thought.
How much do they want for it?
Like $40 or something. I think it was on sale. I don't know. I didn't get
But
that
that's
far.
not price gouging.
No, that's not. No. I mean, if people, it's what the market will bear.
Right.
Right? Let's do free market principles. If it's in high demand and low supply, the price goes up. What a surprise!
Right? Why does the laws against price gouging not affect stuff like gold?
I
Right?
don't know.
Or
Right.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Oh, you can't have it go way up in value because all of a sudden more people want it. But that's called supply and demand.
Try to buy one share of Berkshire Hathaway. What's that going to cost you? $350,000? That seems a little bit gouging, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I'm telling you, man.
That's one share. Come on.
It is impossible to define price gouging.
It is.
And since you can't, you shouldn't legislate it. Stupid.
Right.
Because,
they certainly live it with the tolls. Since they have less traffic on the roads, the tolls have all gone up. Isn't that price gouging? State of Texas.
And I was just about to say, like a bottle of water over at a Cowboys game, right? That's not price gouging.
Well, yeah, those are event pricing.
Or $8.
Event pricing, yeah.
Right.
$30 to park.
Mm-hmm. Or $8 at the airport for a pack of trail mix. That's not price gouging. Come on. Stop.
$5-6 for a bottle of water. That's not price gouging, is it?
You can't enforce
it's asinine.
this. Yeah, everybody's got a different definition depending on your geography and what's going on. I'm sorry. This is the time when it's more valuable to people, these items that are not in the stores. So therefore, stores are justified by jacking up the cost.
Have you talked to Cardinal Tobin about that?
See, that's what I failed to do, Jeffy. You're so smart. Yes.
Did you consult an attorney?
Sorry.
I called up Cardinal Tobin, Cardinal Joe Tobin in Newark.
Fortunately, the governor of New Jersey knows who to consult when he's got a question.
That's why he's the governor.
An important
he
question.
He thinks about these things. I do not. I just go to that stupid, whatever it's called, the
And no. That's stupid. That's old. It's dusty. It's tired. Call Cardinal Joe Tobin.
It's my bad.
And he's the man.
Yep.
All right. Hope we got that clear now.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Yes. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, where Nikita K2 K20. Okay.
It just rolls right off the tongue, right?
Just right off the tongue. Just slides right out of your mouth. Even during this quarantine crap, Paul Harvey's Good Morning Americans, It's Friday, are probably the 5 sweetest words ever strung together in the English language. Yeah, it's yes. And the way he says it, I don't know, it just gives me chills every time. Liberty Squirt tweets, Wisconsin banned window visits at nursing homes. That can't be true.
Yeah.
Did they really?
I looked that up. They've rescinded that memo after putting into effect. But it leads into a larger question. You're being legislated through memos now in Wisconsin?
Why not? I mean, did they? At least they talked to Joe Tobin about it. Cardinal Tobin said, "Yes, go ahead, ban the window visit." And so,
but then he came to his senses. Thankfully.
Yeah, then he called him back and he said, "Nah, okay, wait."
And the reason that was in effect for I think a week or so there in Wisconsin is because Cardinal Tobin's busy. He's got to field calls from 49 other states.
Yeah.
So Wisconsin had to wait on hold for a while when they tried to rescind that.
Carl Smith tweets, why is the governor of New Jersey talking to a Catholic cardinal when answering a question about arresting Jews in a synagogue?
That's when that question was asked. That's right.
That's great. I love that. Attack Yuki tweets, Dr. Fauci doesn't qualify as sexy in any way, shape, or form. Men have to be at least 5'2", and under 80 years old to qualify as sexy. Those are the rules. I don't make the rules. No, it's universal law.
So under 80, Jeffy hasn't qualified for about 300 years.
No, for a long time. Yeah. He does fit the requirement. Jeffy's over 5'2". Both in height and width.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Wow. Do you miss us?
Honey, no.
I didn't see that coming.
By the way,
Fauci is actually only 79, so he does fit the requirement there.
Okay,
and he's close, too, because the petition that wants him to be People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive, get him on the list. They wanted to get to 25,000, and they've got 16,000 people signed.
So ridiculous.
That is so dumb.
Heather Ann Searfoss tweets, International Bat Appreciation Day, April 17th.
That's today.
National Day calendar. And it is... wow, that's today!
Yeah.
Let's appreciate those bats.
I so appreciate bats. Gross.
What an amazing coincidence that is.
Man, I wish all the bats in the world would anger the Clintons or something. That'd be helpful.
And wind up on the Clinton death list.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That'd be a good place for them, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that you put animals on the Clinton death list anyway. The
Clinton kill list.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kill list.
But maybe they'll do something to make them mad, and maybe we'll get lucky.
Maybe.
I don't know. By the way, Jeffy, speaking of animals, did I hear correctly yesterday on the latest edition of Chewing the Fat, your podcast? I think you said, quote, "No other podcast supports zoos as much as Chewing the Fat," end quote.
That's correct.
I mean, that's
correct.
That is. I don't know that any other podcast has ever made that claim. So you are the official podcast for zoos, Chewing the Fat.
That's correct. No other podcast supports zoos more than Chewing the Fat. Yeah, I mean, you talk about killing animals. I mean, there are some zoos zoos kill a few animals every year anyway, as part of their day-to-day life. But now they're really struggling, right? They can't feed them. They've got no money. They've got no income. They're begging cities and counties and states for money. So we're coming down to soon having to make a list of which animals live and which don't. And zoo wars are coming. Zoo wars are coming. And I'm going to cover it all. I'm going to cover it all on Chewing the Fat.
Hashtag
by the way,
zoo wars.
Zoo wars are coming. You
Zoo
heard
wars
it here.
are coming.
You heard it here.
Zoo wars are
Jeff
coming.
Fisher.
Yeah.
All right. Let me take 60 seconds and tell you about Omega XL. I love this stuff already. I've been taking it for about a week and a half. Now, it usually takes about 2 weeks to build up and start doing, some real strong pain relief. Because what it does is it works on inflammation, which is likely the root cause of your back, your neck, your shoulder, your leg pain, all of that stuff. Inflammation is why you suffer with achy, painful joints and muscles. And if left untreated, inflammation can cause permanent damage, too. Pain relievers, topical creams, they don't treat the problem, they just mask it. Well, Omega XL goes right to the inflammation and calms it down. And it's such a tiny little pill, but it is powerful. Look at that. This is an Omega XL pill.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's got like 10 times the power of some of these other pills that claim to do the same thing. This is fantastic stuff. Backed by 30 years of research, it's a powerful natural supplement that helps reduce pain due to inflammation while promoting healthy joints and increased mobility. I said I've been taking it for about a week and a half, and it's already gone right to the root cause of my elbow pain and it just shoots down my arm.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's already starting to give me relief, and it hasn't even been 2 weeks yet. Right now, staying healthy is on everyone's mind. So here's another reason to take Omega XL. Research shows Omega XL can help promote a healthy immune response as well. That means it can help your natural immune system protect you. Here's a special offer to get you started, too. If you order it now, you'll get your second bottle free. Visit omegaxl.com/Pat. That's omegaxl.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, let's check in with Cheryl in California. Hey, Cheryl, you're on the Blaze.
Bingo.
You up? Yes.
Whoa. Let's try harder, Cheryl. Let's try that again.
That wasn't bad. We've heard worse. Bingo. We've heard it like that.
I thought part of the rules was you have to yell bingo into the phone. Am I incorrect in that?
She did say bingo.
I thought I did.
Yeah, she did.
I did.
Did. Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right.
Sound a little subdued, but okay. Whatever.
All right. So tell us where your bingo is. Where did it happen?
It's the center column.
Yes. Okay.
But stupid.
Right.
But stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know the thing.
Yes.
Point of personal privilege.
Indeed.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
And Clinton kill list.
We just killed it off with the Clinton kill list.
Dun, da, da, da.
Yeah, congratulations. All right. So you get to choose from the Pat Gray store at, where is this now? There's a different address than we used to say. It's
shop.blazemedia.com/Pat. I don't know.
Shop.blazemedia.com/Pat.
I don't make the rules.
Okay.
And you can pick out something from the Pat Gray Unleashed store. Is there anything in
Can't we
particular?
throw a squiggly line in there or an underscore or something to make it even more difficult?
And a hyphen.
All right. Wait, what do you want to get, Cheryl?
I want the Big Frog 109.9 phrase that pays shirt.
Excellent choice.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Be sure to tell Daniel, your size and your address and all that stuff, and we'll get it off to you.
Okay. Hang on a second.
All right,
we'll get all
thank
that
you so
pertinent
much.
information from you. Thanks.
Thank you.
888-900-3393. Also, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let's also check in with Sean in New York. Hey, Sean, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
This morning. How's it going?
Doing good.
So my question is, everything is takeout food now, all over the country and this and that. And I'm a truck driver, so I drive around the Northeast quite a bit here. And the thing that I've noticed is, why are there no Chinese takeout places open?
Is that true? There's no Chinese takeout
That
open?
is true. That is absolutely true.
Wow.
I have basically been looking around. The one near my house closed, and I didn't think much of it. And then, I was like, what? I kind of want some Chinese. So I looked at a neighboring one, and they were closed. So then I started to make it kind of like almost like a mission to look around every time I drive by one.
Yeah.
They're all closed.
How weird. I wonder if that's because people are freaked out about Chinese anything. Is that what that is?
Yeah, they took a hit in the beginning, right? So I don't know when they're going to open up.
Appreciate the call. Thanks, Sean. That's strange. And it doesn't make sense, because it's not Chinese food that is causing the Chinese virus, by the way. So you could safely eat the Chinese food that doesn't actually physically come
let's be
from
specific,
China.
though. I mean, there is some food over things that are considered food in China that are that. But this is America, where we're better.
Yeah,
we don't eat that stuff.
We don't serve a lot of bat soup, even at Chinese restaurants in the United States. So I wonder if that's the misunderstanding that people think they'll get the coronavirus from a Chinese restaurant.
I hope not. Come on, tell me no.
I hope not.
Please.
I really do hope not. All right, we got some packages here. We got another package from Monique Battaglia.
One pack? No.
8 boxes of snacks.
5 are here. 3 are still en route. Of course, Sarah Sullivan, the other room, who runs the board for the Glenn Beck program, brought us the Sour Patch Easter candies, which we've been enjoying.
Oh, yes.
By the way, only 30% off of those? I mean, thanks for doing that for us. But
Walmart had 50% off before Easter.
Wow. So we've got the candy, and now Monique has sent us. Jeffy, you're missing out on the Kit Kats.
Oh wow! Because we've been complaining about the fact that all that's in the Blaze snack area right now, hummus. That's it. Just a bunch of hummus that nobody wants.
Are we supposed to dip the Kit Kats in the hummus?
No, you're supposed to dip them in the Jif to-go chocolate silk. Peanut butter and chocolate pudding. Yeah.
Yes, please.
How's that isolation working out for you, Jeffy?
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, Airheads. I love Airheads.
Airheads.
Oh, my goodness.
Kit Kats.
We got
Jif chocolate peanut butter stuff.
Look at all these. You got Twix, Milky Way, Three Musketeers.
Oh, my
stickers.
gosh. I love Milky Way.
Hang on. We got like granola bars and stuff. If we want to pretend we're healthy for 5 minutes. So, and then there's three more boxes of snacks.
That is
on the
awesome.
way.
Thank you, Monique.
You are awesome.
That's
Thanks,
really
Monique.
cool.
I mean, I was just about to break down and try the hummus.
No, not me.
Not really.
No, thank you.
But thanks for saving the day here. And I'm sorry, the studio's not that big, Monique. We've got to figure out how to keep this in here because there's no way we're letting that go down to the snack area for everybody else.
No.
I mean, it didn't say on the package. It said Keith Malinak / Pat Gray. It didn't say to the good folks at the Blaze.
Well, that's one of the things on the recovery list, right? Is that common areas at work are supposed to still remain closed for quite some time. So you gotta have your snack somewhere else anyway.
Okay, it worked out. Look at that. I'm just wanting to be healthy. I'm part of the opening up America again plan by keeping all of these snacks from Monique in this room.
I love this story from Representative Thomas Massey. My friend's deceased father received $1,200 in coronavirus stimulus payments. So congratulations to the dead guy.
Man.
No word on where the dead person is going to spend his $1,200. He said, okay, this is insane, but just the tip of the iceberg. This is a direct text to me from a friend. I called to confirm this actually happened. Dad got his stimulus check of $1,200. He died in 2018.
Well, then.
It's not funny, though, because how much money was wasted that way? How much money was sent to people or accounts that shouldn't have received it? I heard millionaires are getting some of these payments. In fact, I heard millionaires are getting checks for millions of dollars. I don't understand it.
What? No.
I don't understand it. I didn't want to read the story. I couldn't. I can't.
Look, it's not my job to read news stories and then talk about them.
I was too pissed.
I bet. No kidding.
It's a tip of the iceberg because what about the misplaced $12 million loan or $20 million through these other programs? Why is it the U.S. government can't keep anything straight? Why? And then you want them to administer the healthcare system entirely? You talk about dying from disease. Just turn this over to the government, and let's see how many piles of dead people we have laying in the streets of America. Everyone is in such a rush to get this money out the door and into the economy that the normal tests that you run on these amounts and recipients before you give the money shouldn't have all been suspended. It's just a mad rush to get the money out the door. Massey added that this incorrect payment also begs the question of whether deceased people are receiving ballots and stimulus money.
Oh, yeah.
Adding that several people who follow him on social media asked that very question.
You know, that's one thing the Democrats are really pushing for one of these relief bills is that we vote by mail in November. Oh, Democrats would love to have access to every ballot go through their hands. Come on. Stop it. Nope.
Oh, man. All right. Let me tell you about Genesis 950. I love this stuff. My wife actually can't exist without this stuff anymore because we have so many stains on our carpet from our stupid dog. She'll just pee and poop wherever she wants. I mean, she goes into a separate room and just pees or poops.
How old is this dog?
7? 7. She's 7 now.
Wow.
She's old enough to know better.
Old enough to know better.
But she just is stubborn. She doesn't care.
Wow. Does she ever stand at the door and be like, hey, I'm ready to go?
Yeah, but if you miss one of those times, she's just, okay, well, I'm going to go poop somewhere.
How much of a window does she give you before she's like, they're not?
30, 35 seconds. I mean, it's plenty of time. You know.
Wow.
So if you've got a similar situation, you got stains from pets or, grandkids or whatever, like Kool-Aid stains, all of that kind of stuff, really tough stains to get out. Before you replace your carpeting, try Genesis 950. This stuff is amazing, and it will get the stains out of your carpeting. With water, Genesis 950 breaks down the bonds of stains and odors, so they're gone for good. Its antibacterial component removes pet stains from carpeting and padding. It can be used in a carpet cleaning machine, and it's so green, it's going to be safe for your family and your pets. So if you're tired of pet cleaners that just don't work, seriously, try Genesis 950. You're going to love it, just like we do. 1 gallon of industrial strength Genesis 950 makes up to 7 gallons of cleaner. It also disinfects and kills viruses, which is really important right now. Mix 1/3 Genesis 950 with 2/3 water. Spray on a surface. Wipe it clean with fresh water. Same instructions apply for use on floors. Genesis 950. It's not just for pet stains. You can clean and disinfect your entire house, your bathrooms, kitchens, countertops, granite, quartz, garage floors, virtually everything. Genesis 950. It's available on Amazon.com. But if you order a gallon directly from Genesis950.com, you'll get a free spray bottle and a discount using the offer code BLAZE. Genesis950.com. And welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We were talking about, in fact, I said we were going to play this doctor, an hour ago maybe? And then we got off on something else. But this is Dr. Shiva. He is an MIT doctor. He's got a PhD from MIT in biological engineering or something. A really smart guy.
Yeah, and he's running for Senate in Massachusetts, y'all.
And he's not happy with Dr. Fauci either. I don't dig Dr. Fauci. I mean, Dr. Fauci, I'm sure he's fine at whatever he does medically. Good, go do it. Okay, just go do it. But don't tell us when we can restart the engine of the United States of America again. That's to other people. That's left to someone else, like Dr. Joe Tobin or Cardinal Joe Tobin. It's him we turn to for when that's okay to get back to work, right?
Did you consult an attorney?
No,
I called up Cardinal Tobin. Cardinal Joe Tobin in
Cardinal
Newark.
Joe Tobin in Newark. Cardinal Joe Tobin. That's the Cardinal Joe Tobin in Newark. Don't confuse him with the Cardinal Joe Tobin who's in Poughkeepsie.
Oh, the Poughkeepsie Tobin.
Completely different Tobin, and not the one to turn to. Okay, this is the Cardinal Joe Tobin in Newark.
Newark. Yeah.
All right. So that's who we turn to for when we can restart the engine. But here's what Shiva has said about Fauci, and see if you agree or disagree with some of these points.
And with that, we'll bring in a man who has multiple degrees from MIT, including a PhD in biological engineering. He is also running for Senate in 2020. Welcome, Dr. Shiva. So nice to have you on the show today.
Great to be here, Christina. Hope you're well.
I like him
Absolutely.
already.
Okay, so we've all been held as a captive audience, right? Watching President Donald Trump handle the coronavirus outbreak, the situation. He has received both praise and criticism. What do you think? How has the president handled the outbreak?
How has he?
Well, he's handled, as the best he could, given the fact that he's surrounded by sharks and people who are not really advising him well on the science side of it. What I'm talking about is Fauci. And that's what's unfortunate because, the president went through the Russian collusion nonsense that he had to go through. Then he had to go through the impeachment thing. And now he's having to deal with this coronavirus. And unfortunately, this guy Fauci has been in this environment for nearly 4 decades across multiple presidents.
Right.
And he's essentially embedded into the scientific establishment, which has created an unfortunate lie about the immune system and an unfortunate lie about the solution to something like this called a coronavirus, or more importantly, infectious disease, without any real emphasis, which is a real issue, about the fact that it is a overactive, dysfunctional, weakened immune system that overreacts, and that's what causes damage to the body. And unfortunately, Fauci has not talked about that because the truth of that leads to a solution which has nothing to do with mandating vaccines and shutting down the country. And that's what's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate if that's
Absolutely. And I'm glad you said solution. I'm going to get to that a little later in the discussion.
Please
but
do,
many people,
Christina.
you are talking about Dr. Fauci right now. Many people are questioning both Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx when it comes to these models that continue to change and their motives, which you kind of touched on a little bit. What is your take on these doctors that are advising the president and why they're advising him the way that they are?
Look, if you look, Christina, at the typical MD, many of them go into wanting to become a doctor out of some noble service. But fundamentally, the medical school education is really a big pharma medical education where the doctor is really trained, if this, then this. And the then is typically a pharmaceutical drug or some harsh medical intervention. Now, if you look at someone like a Fauci and Birx, they're sort of at the top of their quote-unquote game, which means they're highly embedded into the big pharma model of medical education and the big pharma model of what the solution is. And that solution is typically a direct line from this disease, find typically a virus or a bug, and then recommend a vaccine or some harsh chemical solution.
Okay, pause this for a sec. This goes on for another 10 minutes probably. It's about a 16-minute interview, and maybe we should tweet out the whole thing so people can watch it and judge for themselves. Now, I don't know that this guy is, because I don't know anything about him other than what we just heard, that he's a doctor and he's got a PhD in biological engineering from MIT. That's pretty impressive. But do I know that everything he is saying is true? No, I really don't. I mean, I don't know the science of it. But it's interesting to hear another point of view and another look at this.
And he makes a point later on in the interview about just wait until you are required to have your coronavirus vaccination card in order to qualify for a driver's license. That day could be not so far in the distant future.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll tweet out the rest of that. He's really interesting, and he sounds credible to me. I don't know if he is, but he sounds it. And somebody has actually, in the medical profession, questioned the great Wizard of Oz.
Wait, the
Dr.
sexiest
Fauci.
man alive?
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure?
The sexiest, most powerful, all-knowing man alive. All right. We've got Jennifer Knox, who has a fantastic story about what has happened at her bar with her employees and the money that people staple to the walls and ceilings. We're going to talk to her next.
Please don't. I'm begging you, don't do it.
You're begging me not to do it? This is what we do.
I know. Okay, do it.
I just heard the promo for the Chad Prather show.
Right. Yeah.
He hosts a show called the Chad Prather Show. What are the odds that a guy named Chad Prather would fall into hosting a show that was called the Chad Prather Show? I mean, the odds are astronomical
I think
there.
You've got him.
It's like when Lou Gehrig back in the 30s got Lou Gehrig's disease.
Again,
what are the odds?
Again, I would have to do some research, but I'm pretty sure at least
I
in
don't
the
even know
Lou
what you're
Gehrig-
saying. I can't even hear you anymore. I can't even hear you. I don't even know you anymore. 888-900-3393.
Awesome.
And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Hey, Jeffy, you've seen the story about Jennifer Knox, right? With the Sand Bar?
Absolutely. Yeah, with the Sand Bar. Yeah, it was a great story.
Tybee Island, Georgia. Like everybody else, she had to close down. And so, let's let her tell the story. Jennifer, hi. Welcome to The Blaze.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you on. I think this is so cool what you did. Obviously, you were forced to shut down, right? Like everybody else, you had to close your business up.
Correct.
And so then what happened?
Well, I think I believe I did what anyone else would have done, but it was just us board members sitting there in a closed bar drinking. The answer was sort of right in front of us. We just said, oh, my God, we've got to do this. Time on our hands, money on the walls. It was a no-brainer. We had to do it.
So why was money on the walls? What was you have a tradition there, right? Tell us about that.
It started before me. It's been about 15 years. I've only owned the bar 6 years. And people from all over the world just come and leave love notes all over the place with a lot of staples.
So they write something on it. I mean, like what? What are they like? Is it to a person? Is it to the bar? What is?
Yeah, it could be your favorite bartender. It could be we just got married. It could be my son's going to war. Everything.
And then they just staple it to the wall. And then when they come back, they can look up their dollar bill that they stapled to the wall or the ceiling or whatever, right?
Absolutely. They find it every year and put another one up.
It's a really cool thing. And it's probably, they probably do this at a few different places around the country, but not everybody has taken all of that money down and then given it to their employees who are now out of work for a while.
Well, it's really neat because I keep getting calls from all over the world, messages that people are doing that. Bars are doing that.
Good.
And I think they deserve the recognition too,
Yeah, that's very cool. So how much was it that you eventually took down from the walls?
A lot more than I thought. $3,714.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And how long did it take you? And you said your board members, how many people were working on this project and how long did it take you to remove it all?
So our board member, BORED, our board members, it took us 3.5 days to get all the money down. It took another 4 days to clean it and count it. And a lot more than I thought.
Yeah. How dirty were your gloves or your hands after handling all that?
It was disgusting. It was so bad. I'm like, people eating here? But no, we were able to give 6 people $600. Pretty awesome.
That is really awesome.
That is great.
Do you have any idea when you're going to be? Is there any talk about when you can reopen?
Not really yet. People are doing to-go food only, but since we're like the smallest bar pretty much on Tybee, we are almost out of food already, so we can't really do to-go food. And I'm hoping soon, because the longer this goes on, the more help we're going to need. So this is stressful.
Yeah, and not just your employees, but I mean, you've got to make a living as well. Are you going to be doing okay until this opens back up?
The problem is the bills are still coming out. We've canceled everything we can cancel, but now that with this small business loans, I don't think are available anymore. We're trying. It's stressful. I literally have to just keep focusing on helping other people, or I could get down myself,
Yeah.
Yeah, and if people want to help you, you have a Venmo account at Jennifer-Knox-61. At Jennifer-Knox-61 if people want to contribute to your employees, correct?
That is correct. And if people are out there listening, just anything they can do to support their local watering hole, call them. The musicians, they're desperate right now too, and everyone's in the same boat together. So I'm just trying to spread love all over the place right now.
Now, Jennifer, you said that the small business loans aren't available anymore. That money's already all dried up.
Yep, as of yesterday.
That's what they're saying. So,
golly, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, to put us in the same category, we have 6 employees, and they're saying any company with 500 or less. I mean, I'm like, that's not the same, Right. I need that 10,000 I don't even know what we're going to do right now, but we're just going to keep going and keep staying hopeful, and we're all in this together. It's not just us, So I just love this island.
I have a question for you, Jennifer. If someone wants to, is there a way for people to buy a T-shirt of your bar? Is there a website or someplace people can go so that they can? I don't know, because I want a T-shirt from the Sand Bar in Tybee Island, Georgia.
Oh, I will send you one. Right now, literally, it's just me going to the bar, picking out your size, and sending it to you in the mail. I'm kind of old school when it comes to technology, so I think sending me a message on Messenger is the best way to do it as of this moment, and hopefully we can get up to speed soon.
Okay, and I see that you guys have a Facebook page, The Sandbar Tybee, and Tybee is spelled Tybee, The Sandbar Tybee.
And where is Tybee Island, Jennifer?
It's about 25 minutes outside of Savannah. A lot of people know Savannah, Georgia. So.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah, a little 3 mile long island. Y'all got to come.
Beautiful.
3 Mile Island. Is that where the nuclear disaster
3 Mile
happened?
Long Island.
Okay.
No, don't start rumors, man.
Yeah,
Tybee's gorgeous.
We do have a Tybee bomb squad here, so yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's where the World War II bomb was discovered, right off the coast there.
And it hasn't gone off yet.
It's not gone
Oh wow. All right. Well, bless your heart. That was a really cool thing to do for your employees. A really caring, generous thing to do. And let's hope and pray we get back to business as usual soon, or at least allow small businesses like yours to start functioning again.
Because the essential workers need a essential place to go drink.
Yes, they do. All right, Jennifer. Thanks a lot for joining us. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you. Y'all stay healthy.
All right, you too. Jennifer Knox. And again, she's got a Venmo account. You can go to at Jennifer-Knox-61. Is that right? Hyphen. Dash.
Yeah, hyphen.
Whatever.
Let's see. At Jennifer-Knox-61.
Okay.
A lot of hyphens going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Simplify.
Well, there's 2.
That's a lot to me. You know how I am with math. 2 equals a lot.
All right, we got some tweets here at Pat Unleashed. Occam's Electric Razor tweets, creepy Joe Biden only has one metric for selecting the perfect female VP. Whose hair smells the best? He'll line them up when social distancing is over and make his choice then. May the best hair win.
I hope he remembers that.
Yeah. From Freedom Pup, move over, Anthony Fauci. I'm nominating Cardinal Tobin for Sexiest Man Alive. His omniscience is wildly attractive. Plus, as a cardinal, there's a decent chance he's single.
So funny.
Yeah, I'd say a pretty decent chance, actually, yeah. Fried hump with hummus, which is Jeffy's favorite meal.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Not only can we noodle things out, we also have the ability to noodle things in. Jeffy's 18 spoons. Pat's dog is more courteous than Jeffy. Not sure you'd get any warning before he poops on the floor. No, I don't think we would, actually. I think we would. Shall not be infringed, tweets. We just witnessed what it must be like watching Keith open Christmas presents.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, with the snacks. Look at that.
Yeah.
There they
Find
are.
a good place for these. I don't know. Jeffy, these will be gone before the lockdown's over, so don't make any plans of
There's no
eating
question about that. Putin on a Ritz tweets, for about 20 years, liberals have loved Dr. Oz and followed all of his recommendations by simply saying we need to open the country and that some people would die from it. They now say he's a quack. Good work, psychos. Are they really going after Dr. Oz now?
I guess so.
I hadn't noticed that. Jeez. I mean, if you're not towing the line with everything Fauci says, then you're a pariah now. And I love how they keep trying to pit him against President Trump. And at least to his credit, he usually tries to avoid that little dust up.
And Trump openly praised him yesterday at the press conference. So, I mean, the press can keep trying to drive that wedge, but I think both of those gentlemen are well, let's just say that Trump understands that Fauci, because he's stuck. Like, Trump can't push Fauci out no matter
I think
what.
that'd be a disaster for him if he did that. And I think he understands that. What would be kind of cool now, bring in another guy. So keep Fauci, keep Birx, bring in Dr. Shiva.
There you go.
And let's get his input into this thing as well.
That being said, these press conferences are taking long enough as they are. We don't need anybody else getting up there hogging the mic.
And it drives CNN out of their minds. Oh, they hate the fact that he's got all that time every single day with that bully pulpit. Just don't cover it then. And let Fox News destroy you, even more than they already are. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Didn't you have something you wanted to talk about today as well, Jeffy? What did you? I noticed.
I certainly can. I have certainly no problem. There's a ton of stuff to talk about.
Did you see that? Did you see, in fact, that Netflix is worth more than Disney is right now?
What?
Yeah, Netflix worth more than Disney.
Are we talking stock? Or are we talking total value?
Well, we're talking market evaluation. Okay, so that's the the price of the price per share of the stock multiplied by how many shares there are, and that's 187.3 billion. Puts it just ahead of Disney's 186.6 billion.
Wow,
that is really something.
That is one company that is grateful for the coronavirus.
Netflix? Yeah. Oh, yes. My. What are you binging on right now, Jeffy?
I'm binging on some Quibi shows.
Quibi?
I can't get
Are you kidding?
Quibi.
Isn't that like it's short form stuff, right? 3 minutes or whatever?
Under 10 minutes. Each episode is under 10 minutes.
And is it good stuff?
It launched this week. They spent a lot of money on it.
I know.
It's on their phone. So, I mean, I don't think it can survive with the money that they're going to have. There's no way they can survive on the money. They can't. They had donations and startup funds for, in the billions. There's no way. I mean, they've produced these shows with movies. They're 10-minute movies of episodes. They've been really, overall, it's a lot of MTV-ish broadcasts, which aren't necessarily that great.
Major stars are big stars in them.
Yeah. And some of the other productions, like I was watching, there's one with Liam Hemsworth and that I love, and it's based on the Hunt, and it's really good. They produce all this stuff, but I'm binging on these shows, and they do one a day, one under 10-minute episode a day, but they end, right? So I don't know how long it lasts. They gave me 90 free days. So after 90 days, do I pay for it? Probably not. We'll see. Probably
so
not.
You don't love it enough to keep it going when you have to pay for it.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I haven't even downloaded the app, but I've heard a lot about it. There were some problems with it, I thought, at first.
Yeah, well,
you can't watch anything on a bigger screen, right?
Right.
You have to watch it on your phone or your iPad. So you can't transfer it to your television screen.
Yeah,
is
what
that
were you
correct?
saying, Jeffy? You can't screen mirror or whatever it is?
No,
Correct.
you can't.
It won't let you do that.
It's not weird. Why
can
would you do
screen-
that?
like-
Why would you make it so you can't screen mirror that thing?
Because what they started with was their thought was that it was going to be, and they really should change it now during the pandemic because they could get away with it. They started with you were going to be able to watch things in between times. That's what their deal was. When you're waiting at a doctor's office or you're waiting in line somewhere.
So they're
That
trying
kind
to
of
fill a little teeny niche area.
But during the pandemic, there is none of those times.
Right.
So we're all home.
Right.
So how about let us mirror it to our TVs?
Well, and what would be wrong with allowing you to do it either way? You can watch it in between times while you're waiting at a doctor's office or for your pharmacy for your prescription to be filled. Or, you can watch it at home by putting it up on your big screens.
I agree.
Why wouldn't you do that? That's weird.
I agree. And in fact, when it first launched, I tried to make it go horizontal.
You can't do that?
But then it changed because I thought, wait, we were supposed to be able to watch it horizontal, but they weren't letting people do that. And then all of a sudden, there you go. It can be horizontal. Now you can be horizontal. Okay, good.
Well, they should do the same thing with screen mirroring then.
I think so too.
Right.
And you can screen mirror. What's weird is like when I bring up the app, if you just bring up the app, you can mirror it to the TV. There it is. Hello, there's the app, and it'll show you the promos and scroll through it. But when you hit play on an episode,
it goes away.
It goes dark.
That sucks. Yeah, that's amazing. Weird. What a weird. And that's done by, I don't know, some bigwig.
Katzenberg.
Jeffrey Katzenberg.
And Ed Whitman were the two co-founders and CEOs. And they, like I said, they put in a lot of money. The production has been great, and the shows have been the ones that I watch. I mean, they have a ton of shows, and some of them, like I watched the one model. What's her name? Gosh darn it. Her show, she plays a judge, and it's just terrible. It's just terrible.
Oh.
Whatever money.
That one model, though? Yeah, we all know who you're talking about. It's that one model.
John Legend's wife. What's her name?
Oh, man. She is an extremist, communist
Chrissy
sympathizer.
Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen.
And they have her playing a judge, and it's just her mom's the bailiff, and it's just
Really?
My Mom the Bailiff? That sounds like a good show.
Are they just doing it at home?
No, it was shot. They bring people in and they do cases and they try to be serious and funny, and it's just dumb. But again, that's that's a show that they spend a lot of money on, and am I paying to see that in the end? No way.
Let me ask you this: have you watched all the way through the Tiger King thing?
Yes.
Did you get through that?
Yes.
Was it worth it?
I even watched the extra episode that they posted at the beginning of but I wouldn't have if it wasn't such a thing.
Yeah. Did you
after about the third episode, I would have been like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was with it. And what about Ozark? You done with that?
Yes.
Binged all the way through that.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was ready for that.
I'm hearing a lot about that too. People apparently really like that, but it's kind of dark, isn't it?
That's kind of a big guy show for you.
Yeah,
I don't know that you.
By big guy, you mean it's nasty, it's dirty, and so only people who enjoy that should be watching it.
Well, no, I mean it's just,
that's kind of what you mean, right?
Thing,
yeah,
kind of a big guy thing.
All right. Well, we've got more bad news. Because of the coronavirus, there will be no new emojis unveiled in 2021.
What?
Will life be worth living?
Can't make emojis from home?
I guess not. I guess the planned annual release will be pushed back to 2022, according to Unicode Consortium, a nonprofit that oversees emoji standards. Can you believe there's a nonprofit that oversees emoji standards?
What? Make it stop.
Your families must be proud, because that's a heck of a job. The coronavirus fallout has forced the consortium to delay the new version of the Unicode standard, which underpins emoji, by 6 months, from March 2021 to September 2021. As a result of the new schedule, developers won't have enough lead time to create new emojis. That is heartbreaking.
It sure is.
So
it sure is.
Introduce me to your new boyfriend, honey. What does he do for a living? Oh, he's on the Unicode
Unicode Standard Consortium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
what do y'all do? What is that?
We oversee the standards of emojis.
Well, first of all,
yeah, you know the little poop guy? I mean, you got to have some quality standards behind that.
Yes.
You can't just
you're behind the
throw
little...
some poop on a cell phone and call it good.
So when I can't formulate thoughts or words, you're the guy that helps me do that.
Yes, with like a smiling piece of poop. So that's...
I mean, when you say it like that,
right?
It has to be a correct little smiling piece. It can't be like poop on a stick.
No, it's got to look like a happy piece of poop. It really does.
Say, while I've got you here, whatever happened to the fly that used to circle around the little poop emoji? Because I miss him.
Oh, was there a fly circling around it? Oh,
it didn't go through the standards shot him down.
Obviously, that was a bootleg.
The consortium banned the fly.
Bootleg emoji.
And I think one of the poop emojis ended up in Al Roker's pants.
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
Right.
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
Mm-hmm.
You pooped in your pants.
I pooped my pants.
So I think
told.
the consortium was really pissed about that
That's where
for a while.
That's where one of the original poop emojis ended up. And
Yes.
It seems about right. The timing is right. I haven't seen the fly since about that time. Goodness.
And now you know why.
Now I see where it went. It's in a garbage can in the White House.
Al Roker's pants, and then he took off those pants and threw them away. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Woo.
All right, 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. All right, let's just finish off the week with some fun.
Oh, goody.
Keith has been pushing these stupid dog videos all week long.
Oh, yeah, because they're stupid because he hasn't seen them yet. That's the only reason they're stupid.
They're stupid because they're dog videos, which are always stupid.
Okay, well, then if I'm going to be, if you're going to go after my videos here, can I pick which ones we...
let's start with the dog stealing a rack of ribs. I think that there's some promise there.
That's just a story. There's just pictures. Little still
There's
shots.
no video of that?
No, it's just pictures. I don't know why.
All right, let me see the picture.
See, look at that. He's walking... That's a little dog carrying a big rack of ribs, too.
So he stole that from one of their neighbors.
Yeah, and so the guy goes online on social media. Is like, I don't know which of my neighbors is missing a rack of ribs, but
my dog has it. So
sorry about that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
How about the dog who loves whipped cream?
Oh, I think you'd like this one.
All right.
The dog who loves whipped cream. Watch this. He heard the can open. Right. Watch this. He just slides over there. That is a fat
that was Jeffy. I mean, really, I don't think you're as opposed to dog videos as I am. What did you think of that?
I am now.
Wow, you guys are tough.
See,
you guys are tough.
What else? All right, you recommend one now. Which one would you go with?
Well, I thought you would have liked.
I
thought you would have liked the whipped cream dog, but let's just go with the cats and dogs jumping over toilet paper, because. You got the cats that are graceful animals. They're obviously snobs, but they have great balance. And look at that. That's pretty good. Look how high this toilet paper wall is going there.
Yeah.
And then
the dog
and then
comes
so the cats can handle everything. Good night. Look at the ups on that.
How many cats do they have?
I don't know, like too many? Probably too many. And then the dogs just kind of just like, oh, whatever. Just, okay, I'm a dog. And there you go.
And
oh my gosh!
Oh
no, Pat! Gray's standards are so high. We just went from the poop emoji talk to dog videos. Didn't make the cut.
Well, when you have your own show, then you can decide.
At Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.